Not that much of a mess of it. All right, I've just pushed the button for the stream.
Hello.
It is live. If somebody could do me a favor, because I can't do it because Girlface, you can do this. Go to YouTube and find the stream link and paste it in announcements.
Can do.
Yeah, this is a nice smooth jazz SimCity music.
Yeah, here's where I'd like
It's
to
a
have
little
the
bit of
monitor
city
so
pop
I
I
can
do
going
not
put that
have
on there.
permission to send messages in this channel.
Oh no, paste it in the race then, and I will do it.
Here.
Or
Hold up.
Bob will do it.
Well, no, I can't. I don't think I'm going to do it, but I can give her permission.
I think only mods can post announcements.
Oh, okay.
Girlface,
Post
post
it in the race. Yeah, post it in the race, and I'll put it over.
Yeah, good job.
Okay, well, she's green. I figured you could. Anybody green would be able to do it. But
No,
I guess announcements must be
only
different.
mods can post in it.
All us red or blue people. Here we go. See if I can get it.
I bet I could make a music pack based on the Sim Melody album and actually put it in the game. I bet I could.
But would you?
Yeah. Discord.
I mean, yes. I mean,
There he is.
well, I mean, I made the PlayStation music pack for last week.
Were you supposed to have the blame screen? It keeps going full screen on me, and I'm wanting it to just be half and half. Oh well, whatever.
Those are some damn reticulated splines.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're seeing your web browser, Bob.
Oh, sorry. I forgot its own capture. There wasn't anything untoward to see, so.
I know.
You're seeing my desktop because it's a special desktop. It's a special retro desktop.
Unfortunately, this, even with the patch, it does not like being on alternate monitors.
Ooh. So what's this patch
now
I'm
we see.
hearing
Oh,
about?
good. Gotta
Yeah,
be.
I know. I'm trying to experiment with it. I can't tell if it's. I need to do something first. I'm trying to get to where I can see the damn stream chat and without it popping up on the monitor.
May we perhaps explain this patch thing that's going on for the
Okay, that should be
peoples?
good. I'm gonna hop up just a second though.
Sure. Yeah. So,
That was
so
weird.
for playing this on a modern Windows system, there is a SimCity 2000 fix DLL that you can put into the special edition of the game, and it basically fixes the issues that keep it from running. It basically means you don't need the installer, which is 16-bit only, but it also fixes problems like the load and save dialog boxes. It doesn't.
Fixes some grammar and stuff too.
Yeah, there's a couple other bugs that it fixes for modern Windows, but generally, it is not. It basically just means you can play SimCity Special Edition native on modern Windows. I mean, my favorite version of this game is the Macintosh version. Like that's because it's the first version I played, and I think it's in terms of like the actual playability, it's the least janky. Like it looks the best. I do have a soft spot for the music for the Macintosh version. But I think the version that I actually put the most hours in was the PlayStation version, because I didn't have a computer for a long time powerful enough to play it at home. Because we got our PlayStation. I'm trying to remember. I think my brother got SimCity 2000 for PlayStation came out in 1996, that sounds true. Like I was in 7th grade. I remember getting it for Christmas in 7th grade. That was also right around the time we got our 4D6.
Oops, I'm back. Sorry about that.
No problem.
I had to switch out a load of towels.
Yeah. And so for whatever reason, like if my dad was busy on the computer, I couldn't play SimCity on the computer, so I played it on the PlayStation. So I have, even though the PlayStation version does have a lot of jank, it does support the Sony PlayStation mouse. So unlike the Super Nintendo version of this game, which does not support the SNES mouse.
I have a story about that thing. Oh, the story I can tell you. First though, as you might be able to see here if you are watching this stream.
Well, we haven't even
I've
done our
got-
introductions yet. We haven't.
Oh yeah.
You'll want to save that for introduction time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we have a
It's
whole
a fun story.
we have a whole shtick that we got to do. Let's see. We have, I think, Bob's back. Girlfriend.
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, that reminds me. I need to fix the host. The ghost host with the most host. As soon as it decides to stop. There we go. I fixed that. Okay. Let's get rolling. Actually, before we get rolling, I gotta reset the music playlist. There we go. All right. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Thursday Night Let's Racing Time. We are back. We've been re-elected to be mayor once again in SimCity 2000. Tonight,
And it will be a glorious reign of terror.
we shall see who remains in office and who gets thrown out like the bums that we are. I am your host, Kefka Floyd. The stream is brought to you, as always, by the delicious taste of Worcester's Own Polar Seltzer. And tonight we've got strawberry cream, one of the returning flavors for summer seasonals. Still smells as delicious as always. Tonight we've got 4 players, including myself. We're not unlike last week where we did a scenario. We're just going to be doing some free building tonight. We're going to try to see, who can make because we're not using cheat codes here. We're trying to see who can make the biggest, baddest city by the time we called it quits. And to help judge whose city will be the biggest and let's see. Actually, before we start, should we all start from a blank map, or are people going to start?
I would. I was just
Okay.
playing around with one I wasn't saving. Yeah.
All right. So
I
what I'm
believe it's
going to
only
do,
fair to start from
Yeah.
blank.
I'm going to do new city. I don't want to save Danland. We're going to do it on easy. Well, I'm starting in 2000. I don't know about you guys.
We can all start in 2000. I can start in 2000.
2000, I
I was
feel
gonna
is a
do
good
2050. I never do that.
because you want to have fusion
Well, it
power.
is SimCity 2000.
I just never start anything except 1900. So I thought I'd start in 2050 today.
So what I'm going to do is, actually this is a good map. I think I'll probably keep this map. Actually, there's, I don't know how you guys
Is it
feel
just
about.
random? Is it just? It's been so long. Is it just
It
randomly
is a
generating
randomly
it?
generated map. So if you want to tweak your map, if you go to the file menu, you can do edit new map. And it's got a, there's leveling tool. Like if you want a perfectly flat map, you can do that. Or if you want to control like how mountainous it is, how much forest there is, how much water there is. You can add like a coastline if you want or whatever. I tend to prefer like a river map versus a coastal map, but
You can do both.
I mean, you can do both. But I tend to go for more of a river map kind of vibe. Anyway, so that'll let you guys, if you want to tweak, because sometimes you can end up with like, if you get maps where rivers are in like a valley, it's really annoying to build on those, at least in my opinion. But whatever floats yonder boats. Anyway, let's go around the Quadriforce and introduce everybody on the stream. In the upper right-hand corner of the Quadriforce, he's been from Phoenix, Arizona, all the way to Tacoma, but we're still not sure about Philadelphia, Atlanta, or LA. He's everybody's favorite Destil, Destil.
Hey, my name's Destil. Tonight I have the other thing that my wife got at the same time, which is just the Virgil's Cola, as opposed to the root beer. These I have had before, and they are quite good.
They are quite good.
Oh.
You also need to get Virgil's cream soda sometime.
That sounds pretty good. I'm going to do this. I need a name for this city, though.
See, I call my city Danville.
Yeah, I do stuff like that a lot, but somebody give me a name. First name.
Destil Land.
And I just would like to point out, less than 2 months from now, it will be closer to 2050 than 2000.
That is
So
true.
selecting this year.
Yeah.
That is true.
We
We're
will
aging.
have to start rounding down.
We're aging to dust. Whether we will get that fusion power plant by 2050 is anybody's guess. All right, next, in the lower right-hand corner of the Quadriforce. He's a fellow who needs no introduction because I haven't figured out a way to properly introduce him yet. He's everybody's favorite Zaidyer. Zaidyer.
Hey, hi, how you doing? It's me, Zaidyer, coming at you from the far-flung year of Wednesday, October 22nd, 1997.
I was only a month old at that point.
Wow.
Oh, God.
Ow.
What are you drinking tonight? Did we lose you?
Who is that a question?
That is the question. We're still in your introduction. Because
we all tell what we're drinking. That's what we do on it. Like I've
Yeah.
got my whiskey, and yeah, it's just something we do.
Tonight I have a tall, cool, refreshing glass of water, which I have left in the other room, and now my lips are dry.
Well, you'll have an opportunity to go grab it, but we appreciate we welcome the blessing of the patron saint of water, Mr. Robert Boucher. As long as you're not bringing any Gatorade in here, that's what we're cool with. And last, but not least, in the lower left-hand corner of the Quadriforce, he's the man that Molly Hatchet says shouldn't defund the transportation department too long. He's the whiskey man, Mr. Bob the Elder.
Thank you, Dan. I'm indeed your favorite whiskey drinking Southern friend, Bob the Elder, on a charming accent. I have mine sweet tea here as always. And tonight's whiskey is it's hard to find one, but I've got a backup bottle, so I'm not too worried about running out of this one. This is Knob Creek 18 year. It's the oldest expression they've ever made. It's 100 proof, and it's absolutely incredible. So anyway, Dan, Slancha, back to you.
Well, I think we all might be drinking a little bit tonight because, as you know, being a mayor of a city is one of the most stressful things you can do. But you know what? Every mayor needs an advisor, and we've brought a very special person to be our advisor tonight. She also happens to be our very favorite Canadian. She's not a girl face.
Hi, it's me, not a girl face. I am here as advisor tonight, I guess, and I am drinking a lovely beverage of sparkling water.
Raspberry?
It is blueberry and pomegranate flavor this time.
Interesting.
We also have a blackberry one downstairs, but I wanted to go with this one.
All right, so we're all ready to go. We've got our maps ready. I'm going to go ahead and since I've created my my city in the map editor, all we have to do is hit done, and that will bring us to the screen that asks us how we want to play. So, as we said, this city, as opposed to Danland, excuse me, from the other night, this will now be the city of Danville. Dantropolis may come along someday. I'm starting on easy in the year 2000. I recommend everybody else start at easy in the year 2000. And I'm going to hit the done button. And as I do that, I get my newspaper saying that the crowd, the Danville Herald, celebrates Danville's founding.
I'm at the Destil Land Courier.
Okay, there we go.
All right. So get to work, everybody. Start building your cities.
Power do I have in 2000?
Oh yeah, Bob. For your power plants and stuff, you want to press and hold on your toolbar icons.
Yeah, I remember that.
You can have polluting coal power or less polluting, but more expensive gas power.
Polluting coal power. Polluting coal power.
There's also oil power, which is more expensive than coal power, but also cleaner.
Pollute that coal.
Isn't there a hydro dam?
Whoa, what the world?
Hydro dams are weird in that, like the wind power, they are individual little power plants you need to build 1 billion of.
Yes, and also you need to have waterfalls to build them. I guess
okay.
since we're just starting, we'll build the coal power plant. Let's see. I want to have that away from the river, so we'll build the coal power plant over on this side of the map. I'm gonna pause the game, and we're gonna build our power lines. Go over the river. Zzz. And on this part of the coast, we're going to build our first residential area. Have a little bit of coastal housing, why won't we?
Meanwhile, I'm building a highly polluting coal power plant right next to the river.
Oh no.
No, mine's a good bit away from it.
By the way,
But
Bob,
this
just
map's
a tip.
Uh-huh.
Sim zones should be no more than 3 tiles away from a mode of transportation.
Then you what do you mean by that?
Like when you're building your roads and your zones, when you make your zones, if a zone is more than 3 tiles away from a road or mode of transportation, it won't build.
Oh, okay, that the mode of transportation got me, but just as long as you're close to it, as long as you're 3 tiles from a road, you're fine.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know that I knew that as a kid. That makes a lot of
Fucking water
sense.
pads.
Boy, this really takes me back.
I know, this is even just the sound effects or something, or it's just crazy to think about.
Of course, I went the extra mile. You might notice, if you've got your eye on my little corner over here, that this is running on Windows 95. And that's no coincidence. That's on purpose, because as it happens, my first experience with this game was, I remember walking into the video store one day, and there it was. There was a little island right in the middle of the action there where it was possible to just... They were selling PC software. That was pretty cool. So I happened to see that, of course, SimCity 2000, the deluxe edition, that was on sale. That big box edition on sale, $10. Picked it up that day. And so, since 1997, I think it was, I have been playing this game. And you know what? I have never been good at it.
It's easy to pick up, hard to master.
This is really getting on my nerves.
Oh, also don't forget, Bob, you also have to build water infrastructure too.
All I'm trying to do is build light residential, and it is not working for me. It's doing everything but what I want it to do. All right, so now some power.
Oh, also that 3 tile rule also works for electricity as well, if I recall correctly.
No, not in this one. You have to
On
build
this
directly.
one, you gotta run power plant.
No, I mean,
power.
if you build the power wires.
I'm pretty sure it all has
No,
to be directly touching.
Yeah, you have
the
to have
power
direct
line.
connection for power in this one.
We need to build. We'll build the water pumps on the other side of the river.
Let's see, checking in with Mr. Norm Abram here. We have too many roads. Remove some to save on maintenance.
Oh, I remember that guy.
It's worth bringing up your graph and checking how much water and power percent you have. That's the only way to tell without like. That's the easiest way to tell if you are have enough water. Basically, is the main one. Like you'll immediately see when you don't have enough power.
All right, I think I've built up enough to start with. Let's actually turn on the game to llama speed and watch stuff build, hopefully. Oh. I'm going to try to be a little more free. New Jersey is deploying the Plymouth Arco.
Where's the... Is there not a button to switch to the infrastructure view without actually clicking on water?
Oh, you mean the underground view?
Yeah.
The lower leftmost button on the console.
Now, see, just a few minutes
Okay,
ago,
see
I
it
was
right there,
struggling
yeah.
to remember where that was.
Oh, shit.
It's been a hot minute since I last played this game. Pretty
Yep,
much went to
that's-
Roller Coaster Tycoon and never looked back.
Speed. I
Uh,
don't think I've ever...
when I tried test playing this, I could not figure out how to build a power plant for 10 minutes. And I couldn't figure out after that either. I went and watched a long play.
A little bit of infrastructure starting to go ahead and grow.
My demand is through the floor for everything but industrial, and I'm not quite sure I understand
Yeah, I
the
don't...
logic.
Which
The
is funny
game
'cause I don't
usually
even have any
starts
industrial
wants
yet.
industry first because you need industry to have jobs, and jobs are what makes the citizens come in.
It's let's say this. Largely a tug of war with the taxes.
The finger thing means the taxes.
Of course, there's a water shortage. Do I have a large water pump?
Okay, there's some
Nope.
industry going, so we're just gonna wait and see what.
There
it
are no
does.
large water pumps in this game.
Yep.
There are desalinization plants and water towers.
Water towers are good except for the fact that droughts can last fucking forever.
Yeah.
I guess at this point in tech, I actually probably need a treatment plant
Oop.
too.
Why is
Yeah, we're
water-
already at like a...
So why is water not flowing into these right here on the residential part?
Either you don't have the pipes or you're out of water. Take a look at what your water percent is under your graph.
I don't even know where that is.
There's a graph on the right top of next to the RCI indicator. If you click in the water percent on that, it'll show you what percentage of water need you can fulfill. The most common thing to happen is you don't make enough water because you need 1 billion fucking water pumps in this game.
Okay, so just year-to-date cash flow, estimated cash flow -3. All right, let's put speed back. That makes sense if you just need more than the other games. You don't have to have as many water pumps. So
They just have bigger water pumps, really.
Oh, look, my industry, it's happening. It only took 3 years.
Zzz,
Zzz,
zzz.
zzz. God, I love this music.
Oh, I'm sure it's wonderful. I'm still rocking the old school MIDI tracks. Got myself an ESS audio drive plugged into this emulated computer machine.
okay, there should be more than enough pumps to get that top, but it's still not doing the very top of it. But maybe I just need more.
Might be a disconnect somewhere.
Well, let's see. Do I really want to bother with amenities until the demand shoots up yet? I don't think so.
I usually don't build amenities until people start complaining.
Yeah, when they start complaining, you're at 50%. You're at 100. You're at like 100% of what you need want to support, and 150 it will stop growing. So So like when you see need police at like 1,000 citizens, then like you can actually go up to about 1,500 before you actually hurt your growth at that point. Sorry, I read a big FAQ about this game because that's what I do with video games.
Right.
I know some of those numbers.
There it goes. It's just being goofy. I think it's fun. You see, and I always played this with the Priscilla cheat too, because I just like to. I didn't play the actual game. I just like to make a huge city, doing whatever I wanted, buying whatever I wanted on it.
I believe they're demanding schools.
I never really spent much time playing the scenarios. I always just built my own city.
Where does it show you? I mean, I see the RCI thing like normal, but where is it showing you like they demand what?
Usually,
That's in the newspaper ticker.
there's also like in your status bar along the lower part of the screen. They usually start. Stuff will start complaining there.
Okay, because I'm not seeing anything there right now.
It's the thing that you can detach if you're like the tool lets you detach it, so it looks like the DOS version, and the Windows version is fixed somewhere. Oh, I can't afford the zoo they want. Oh no. Time to raise taxes. You know, we tried to pass oh god, we're out of power. Grown too greedily and too deep.
Now, if I understand correctly my future knowledge from city skylines, I think what I might want to do here is stagger my zones such as that residential will be as far, but not too far from my industrial.
Correct.
So
You don't want you don't want them to be like too close to the pollution.
Got sort of an ICR layout going here. And of course, I always like to build my city as a grid.
Because
There's a big bonus for building buildings when they're big buildings when there's a four-way intersection. It's the main reason to do a grid.
Now they want a hospital. What more do these people want?
Healthcare? Come on.
I must have it disabled because I don't see anything like that telling. But I don't see anything about demand other than the RCI.
It's in the Windows version, it's along the little status bar on the bottom of the screen. Sometimes
it's just
it'll like where it'll say like if you have a tool selected, what the tool does or how much money it costs or whatever. It'll usually
it shows that. It just I don't have anything in that middle box.
So what'll happen is when they start complaining, that's usually where the complaints will temporarily show up.
Gotcha. All right, so I need some more residential.
Well, I guess I'm golden because I don't have any complaints. More residents, more commercial, more. Give us
Stadium
more.
already. Jeez. Oh, I guess it's because we're starting not starting in 1900. They want a stadium. It's just.
Well, it's worth noting here that since I'm kicking it old school, I don't have access to a middle button on my mouse. So I'm not quite sure what the hotkey is for the crosshair here.
Let's go ahead and put a fire station too.
I know, you have to select a sport. I wanted to name them the Chimera and say sport yes.
Always got to keep up with water. Skylines has spoiled me.
I think I'm going to build a waterfront commercial district.
Now, as it happens, I do have an interesting story to tell about the Super Nintendo version of this game.
There's a Super Nintendo for 2000 or just SimCity in general?
For SimCity 2000. It's not good.
Wow, I didn't know that.
There is indeed a SimCity 2000 for the Super Nintendo. They had it at that same video store, and I got curious, so I rented it. brought it home,
Oh no, there's flooding. Hold on, pause.
plugged it into the Super Nintendo, and didn't work. Didn't work at all. No screen, even, if I'm remembering correctly. In those days, it was common practice to, if a game cartridge didn't work, you pull it out and you stick it right up to your mouth and blow straight into it. So, not knowing what else to do, that's what I did. I blew into it, didn't work. Blew into it some more, didn't work. Didn't work, didn't work, didn't work. And
Oh, you bastards.
What is going on here?
I had heard that if you were having trouble getting the game to boot and blowing into it didn't work, sometimes all you had to do was just turn it off and on again. So I would do that. I would turn it off and on again. Didn't work, didn't work, didn't work. But maybe it'll work if I do it faster. So I started rapidly turning it off and on again, not realizing at the time that you're not supposed to do that. And so, as it happens, SimCity 2000 was the death of my childhood Super Nintendo.
Oh, wow.
Yep. Never could figure out how to fix that thing.
No!
Some days I kind of wish I had saved that, because what probably happened was there's an itty-bitty little fuse on the motherboard inside of there. If you have the right tool to open it up and you have a soldering iron, you could probably replace it. But
Oh,
no.
The flood got my
No,
power plant.
I guess that poor old Super Nintendo is rotting somewhere in a landfill, and what I have today is, well, some years later I bought a second one, and come to think of it, it still hasn't turned yellow.
Oh, okay.
Maybe I got lucky. Maybe I got lucky. Maybe it's one of those newer ones, the one-chip Super Nintendo. Runs better, never yellows. Get a better picture out of it without having to mod it, too. Yep. SimCity 2000, truly the game that takes and gives. As long as you don't cut back on funding.
I wonder how you get in the positive with it, because like I just cut some taxes and everything, put them up. Do you have to delete? Do you have to? Is this one of them where you have to? It's been so long. Is this one of them where you have to destroy the abandoned buildings?
No.
Or,
I mean, they can be useful, but you don't have to.
okay. So I've still got very low business demand, but residential's kicking up. And I want some
That's
more
good.
industry. Yeah. So I can do some more industry.
Still
Feel
making
like I'm
money despite
sliding
having to
into
pay
a
off
sort of-
2 fucking bonds.
I feel like I'm sliding into a sort of a zen state.
That's what this
very
game
Oh,
does.
it's just kind of
to you.
how old school this is. You know, it's just that, like, you kind of have fond remembrances of it. And I love how I do. One thing I love about this one is it being old school, and that all you got to do is have the one single power line across the road to connect to the whole grid. That's so much easier.
Let's get some jobs in this part of the town. Oh, we have some commercial demand.
I seem to have built myself into a corner of the map here. I'm surrounded by water and mountains.
I want light, not heavy. I don't have economy yet for heavy. All right, there's some industry. We already got water and power, so we're good to go. Commercial's still way down. Industry's the main demand. This is kind of interesting. Like, there's little incidental buildings. Like, there's a church here in the residential thing. You know, it's clearly a church.
Oh yeah, those happen from time to time.
Yeah.
So I'm at negative 92. wonder how you balance out the budget with that. Like, how high can you
How
kick
much
taxes? before-
services do you have going on?
Not much. I couldn't limit the services enough to get in the green because police and fire department are the two
I mean,
biggest
well,
ones,
how
and I
many like
couldn't-
police stations did you build?
Just one in one fire department. I've got it cut to 70% funding.
Actually, that's not a bad
Mhm.
idea. It's cutting a little bit of fire department funding.
Got a big old abandoned building here, industrial high density. Demand is starting to shoot through the
Police
floor.
is definitely the most expensive.
Oh,
Yeah, I've
oh,
got them
I'm in
to
the green.
50%. I've got them to 50% right now, and that's still negative 52.
I made it. I'm making money off of my city.
I mean,
This is
does like
fantastic.
when they start putting new businesses in there, does that start adding to it? Like, how does it scale economy?
What is your question?
Like, what how do you increase your ability to make money? I guess is what I'm saying. Like, how does that?
So the
increase?
money is the willingness to pay taxes is basically directly proportional to the demand bar of that zone type. If that makes sense. So if you have high residential demand, you will be able to raise taxes on residential without having people leave the city.
Okay, so I got
When they're in equilibrium, your taxes will be like something like 8%, I think, depending on your difficulty, 8 to 9.
all right. I'm
Like
gonna
an
have to lower
equilibrium
'em.
state will support that.
So it's on property tax 8, but the demand's fairly low for residential right now.
Then it might be, if you want to get more people in the city, reduce the residential taxes. If you need more money, don't do that.
Okay, let's leave them at 10% then for now, because I don't have a lot of room right now. My demand's all in industry, so let's see how that goes.
Well, I know what I can do. Another thing you can do is if you have stuff at the edge of the map, if you build a connection to your neighboring city with road or highway, it will provide some amount of like workers and stuff like that.
For ooh,
workers
that's
and-
expensive. Yeah, why not? Let's do it.
Just sort of casually building up a hydroelectric power plant right next to this residential area.
They don't care about hydro. Everybody loves hydro. All the other power plants, solar and hydro, they don't care about. All the other power plants, they will not want to live near.
Hydro's a bit of a trip in this game. All you gotta do is just put a single bit of water on a slope,
Yep.
and then
Yep.
you've got a suitable building location.
All right, yeah, let's just let it go for a little bit and see how it.
Compare that to city's skylines. Oh man, that is an ordeal in that game to get a hydro plant going. Oof.
Yeah, I never managed to get that to work when we were playing it. Like, Skylines is a bit inscrutable.
I play Skylines with a huge amount of mods.
Oh, I haven't built any recreation yet. Aside from the stuff they demanded. Let me build a park and a marina. People really like the marina. Marina's really efficient in terms of cost per citizen.
Help me, Marina!
All right, I'm gonna lower. I'm seeing a lot of houses go down, so I'm gonna lower taxes dramatically. Try to get some more people. See if I can get all this industry to fill up.
Oh, I hate this. Whenever you're building a road on a slope, it just kind of does what it wants.
Oh, I went and did a completely flat map because of that. The slope stuff kills me. All right, that's helped. That's brought a lot more people in. Does it not show the this one? This I guess it's old school enough. It doesn't show the population.
It's weird that that's not in the UI somewhere. I feel like there's maybe something missing, but it could just be that's the way the UI used to work. But that really feels like a giant.
It should be in the
See
title
why.
bar. But
So
it's
is
not.
taxes the only way to increase
It's on my title bar.
cash flow though? Like, I guess that's where I'm confused. Like,
I'm not sure exactly.
What was the question, Bob?
are taxes the only way to increase cash flow?
No, I mean there are
Uh,
some ordinances that
Yeah, there's a couple ordinances that'll make money.
Oh, water
I
shortage
haven't
reported.
figured out where that is yet.
It's
Yeah.
in your budget. In there's a ordinances and miscellaneous. You click a little book icon, and that lets you turn the ordinances on or off.
Oh, that gives you the advance. Yeah, they give you the economic advice. I remember
Checking
this
in
now. This is all coming back.
Checking in with my advisor, Norm, here. I have no advice at this time. Must be doing pretty well for transit.
Oh, you can increase taxes on individual things. Like I could increase industrial tax now if I wanted to.
You can
But
actually go buy industry, but it's kind of fiddly and not really. It's the little picture of the little things on the thingy. Because that was included.
Oh, is it only highways that can have connection to the outside world?
No, road can do it. I think it's road, highway, and I think rail.
Okay, because my road is not asking me to build a connection to the outside world.
Just click a road tile at the edge of the map, like just click a pre-built road. And make sure it's not a coast.
Reminds
I
me.
want to pay off
one of
these
my
two fucking
neighbors here.
bonds.
Oh, I found the
Okay, so
I
none of
found
these
the
are actually.
population tab.
None of these are generating taxes. I
found
see
the
ordinances
population
and
tab.
miscellaneous. Yeah, bond payments.
It's showing in the what your neighbors are button.
Yeah, it's
New Zork, population 4,410. Neighbors include Avon, Serverland, where service is king, Harpersville, and Denmont.
Yeah, we should look at our neighbors. My neighbors are Dexter, Ashland, Eubanks, and Schwintown.
Swing.
When
I mean, I'm clicking on.
Shwing.
All right, I'm Vestaland has a transit connection to Eubanks. It lives, centered quite in the valley next to Mill Valley. You can also visit scenic Crington from it, or if you're adventurous, you can go over to Pioneers, have some outdoorsy fun.
fun.
Hmm. You know what? I think I have an idea.
Elder Power.
I have an idea.
That's dangerous.
Oh no.
Let's see here.
Oh,
Okay,
no,
I've
oh,
recovered
no,
from
oh,
my power
no.
plant being flooded and having to buy a bond to replace it.
First,
Oh,
I have
no.
to figure out which direction is north. Let me see here.
And now we are going to add new industrial park.
That's better. It's better to put strategic water pumps in places.
They work
I'm
better
seeing-
if they're on the water.
Yeah. And that one is directly on the water.
I, saying that,
I'm
should
getting
leave that
some
area blank for
population.
future water pumps.
Getting some more population demand. And I built a hospital for the sake of it.
Thank you for reminding me to build more water pumps, Destil.
Yep. I mean, that's all this game is build more water pumps. You can also actually lay water next to the pumps. It's sometimes more efficient.
I literally just
Put
put
them like a
light
little grid.
residential and it did it as light commercial. I forget it can be
I'm not
janky.
trying to raise property taxes. I'm trying to lower them.
Are they yelling at you? They don't like the property taxes?
No, I'm clicking the down button, and it's making it go up.
That's annoying.
Oh.
Yeah, mine just did, like, I literally was on residential, clicked on light residential, and then when I actually did the zone, it did business. It did commercial.
If I open up the little detail panel, I can fix it. There we go. What was I doing? Oh yeah, I was going to build water pumps.
I'm going to build a new
And I'm
power
broke
plants.
now. I've spent all my money.
I've still got 8,000. I'm going very
I should-
lightly on it.
I should
I'm still
go
at negative 93
full
for the
African
year.
swallow.
Well, I'm making a tidy sum of about $165 per year. And it's only 2008.
Gotta start saving up to replace this soon-to-explode power plant.
So
Watch out
far,
for subprime mortgages.
so far, my year-to-date cash flow is
Now I'm at negative 41, reducing funding for everything. If I get to an operating profit, we can work from there. I did up property taxes just slightly. Let's see what it does. What it does in demand. So there's demand for industry. All right.
all right. I'm getting like 400 something bucks a month, so I just gotta. I guess those Sims over there don't want to drive very far to their jobs.
At least with this one, it's not just, unlike, Skylines and everything, it's not literally just doing traffic management the whole entire time.
Hey, traffic management can be fun if all you ever want to do is traffic management.
Well, and that's kind of what City Skylines is, so.
I'm out of power. Hold on. Build new. Okay. I'm gonna need to build a new plant anyway because this one's about to explode.
Does it tell you
I
that?
feel perhaps that there is a balance
You
to
click
be
on it.
had between Skylines and classic SimCity, but I wouldn't know where to find it.
Is there an inquiry tool?
Yes.
Yeah, it's the center mouse button actually, if you have one.
Center.
No,
Center
no,
No,
mouse.
no, right
is-
mouse button,
center-
and then
Right mouse
Right
and then
mouse.
query tile.
Yeah.
Query tile. Okay. I'm only at 29% of capacity, so I'm doing good. I love that you can rename the individual building.
You can put little
Alright,
signposts
commercial.
up in your town.
Yep, commercial's still at a. Let's park.
Let me see here. See if I can figure this
Let's put a park right here. Put one there too, by the water.
I like how different everyone's cities are. It's so neat.
Oh yeah, everybody is kind of going a different direction, aren't they? I'm still at negative 37 though, but I don't want to. I don't want to raise property taxes because I need to encourage population growth.
I need industry. Lots of it. Too
Yeah,
bad I'm
that's what it's
at
still.
box
That's
10
what it's
here.
still wanting. But I mean, that's a good bit of stuff zoned, so it's just gonna. They're just gonna have to move there. This will be commercial eventually, I think. But I don't need commercial right now. Industry's all to the south, separated from the city. Mine are always very plain and ordinary, just very grid-oriented. Like Huntsville, very German.
The road
Yeah.
to the south is impassable. Absolutely impossible to pass. Impassable.
Impossible.
I've got a theme going on with my city here.
Still wanting high industry demand. But I mean, there's a lot of zones that aren't. That's still a good bit of zoning that isn't developed yet. So. Build some
there's the
roads.
microwave plant.
You're already at a
See if that meets our
microwave.
power. Let's see if that meets their power demand. It is. I just had to It's 2058, my friend. Now is the time for clacks.
Oh yeah, you started at 20. Oh, I accidentally
No,
started.
I started in 20. I started in 2000
He's
because
just
that's
been-
what Dan said to do.
I accidentally started in 1900. I thought I was in 2000, but I changed it.
Well, sounds like you've got some catching up to do.
Yep.
Just think of all the social and scientific progress you'll be witness to in your wonderful city.
Exactly. What was this one? Bob's Grove. It's always Bob's something. This one was Grove.
Actually, all those fake coal plants. Now that I have microwave power.
See, do I even have a school built in this city yet? I seem to have forgotten whether I did that or not. Well, there's got to be a map view for this.
The limit for industry. I guess I need more people to work in the factories.
Yeah, you're right, Destil. I'm pretty much constantly building water pumps every time I add something.
Yeah. I just keep the percentage view open and build them whenever they run out.
No schools. No wonder everyone in my city is an idiot.
Residents demand marina. Too bad I have no money to build a marina.
Take a loan.
I had to take 2 loans, but I paid them off by now. Hospitals. Okay, sure, whatever.
I'm not even operating at a profit, so you're doing better than me.
I mean, I'm making like 400 something bucks a month.
I haven't even gotten to positive yet. If I raise income tax, I lose population.
I mean, why do I have no electricity? Pause.
Are you on? Or is it 2050?
No, I think I accidentally killed a power connection.
There's a flood in a part of town that doesn't matter.
Industrial demand has gone up, yet this place is still abandoned.
I could probably afford to raise property tax some now, since it's the demand for that demand's really high.
Danville is flourishing, according to the newspaper. 11% don't like pollution. 8% don't like crime.
Actually, at 8%, that gives me $16. That's in the positive, so we're going with it.
I tend to stick with my taxes at like 7%. I don't touch them for the most part.
Well, 8 puts me in the negative, and I've got high demand, so I've got a little bit of flexibility.
Yeah, I've built roads that go to the edge of town, but nothing I do asks to build a connection.
That's weird.
Maybe you have to be over a certain population.
No, I just put it to the edge. I'm on the edge of town. I put it.
I think you do that at the beginning.
Yeah, and I've got a connection.
Oh, could use a college. But
There we go. Now it asks me. Oh, I know why. It's because I need $1,000 to build a connection. I was too broke.
Yeah, you do need that. Yeah.
All right, I've built a connection to Ashland.
Destil land is now the capital of our state.
If you're a poor like that, so.
We are going to build City Hall.
You can't fight City Hall. You can't fight corporate America. They are big and we are small. You can't fight City Hall.
Clearly.
Well, I can sure as hell build it.
I'm gonna do a little bit more commercial. Like I don't really have the demand for it, but I got 2 little spots where I want kind of like a downtown area.
You go.
Oh no, something crashed. Oh god. Oh god. Hold on. We had an aircraft incident.
I should save. That's probably a good idea. Don't forget to save, guys.
No, I've never done
I haven't
that.
saved
Yeah.
yet.
We don't want to pull it in. Save City. Yep, we got it.
Okay, it didn't destroy the entire airport. Oh shit. It's gonna burn all those trees though.
Wants commercial development. So let's build a commercial sector.
airports are kind of weird in this game, aren't they?
I don't remember.
Yeah, they're pretty weird. They need to be 5 long to build an air. They need to be 2 by 5 to build the runway, and then extra support structures will pop up around it. Once the runway is there, the runway is all that's needed to actually have a functioning airport. Same with seaports. You just need the harbor, the pier.
Hmm.
You know, I gotta do something about. Okay, I'm just gonna bulldoze some trees to stop this fire.
Yep, I'm in the positive finally, just barely. Plus 41.
Hooray!
Guys, I'm preventing forest fires. Don't boo me for bulldozing forests. Literally a fire gap.
Yeah.
I don't do it.
It will.
So right now my city is making something like. I mean, I'm doing okay, I think.
Power is stabilized at 69. Nice.
Nice.
I will put a seaport. I mean, I know that's next to a nice residential thing by the river, but I'm going to put a seaport there anyway.
Rivers don't really increase property value. Slopes and trees and open spaces are the main things to do.
You have to. The marina has to be adjacent to water, right?
Has to be in water.
In
Most
water.
of it. You just have to have one tile that's on land.
Oh my.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
See, where do I want to
Just
build the marina? Let's
Waiting for this fire to burn out now.
How
It's
bad
actually
is
red. I've got
pollution
a
with the
marina, and it's in
marina?
the red if I build it. It shows red if I have it on water at all.
I'm not sure what just happened because the newspaper isn't telling me, but I think there was just an earthquake. Way over in the corner of the map here.
Bob's Grove Awakens.
I wonder if it blew anything up. Doesn't look
Pause
like
a
it.
second while I figure this out.
No.
So look at my screen, Dan. This says it doesn't want it to be in water. See, I can build it here.
Destil's right. It has to only touch one tile of like land. At least that's
But-
how it worked for me.
So like this.
Hang on, let me look.
Oh, okay, makes sense. Yeah, gotcha.
My
getting
commercial and industrial demand is tanking, but I need more residents.
Yeah, my residential demand is huge at the moment. So
I have to remind myself that this
that's the
doesn't
direction
need
I'm
to be
going.
Perfect.
Come on, burn out. Finally, Jesus. How long was that fire?
Let me see here.
Water pump. I'm gonna build there in a minute, and then it'll power it. Oh,
Yeah,
not if I don't want to
droughts,
pause
we're
it.
running out of water.
Not helping my power to the arena.
No, it doesn't actually. Recreational buildings don't need power. Nothing aside from-
it was saying it needed power.
Yeah, the marina definitely.
It has a little flashing thing, but that doesn't actually do anything.
Okay, well, I did it anyway. I mean,
They also
it
don't
didn't
need roads. Like, only zones need roads and power and water.
cost- Fair. Yeah, water
Motherfucking
pump's working
crash!
now.
God damn it! I gotta do something about this fucking airplane layout. It's flat ground. How do you keep crashing?
Growing a little bit here.
orbital
no
power
trees left
plant
over there.
built in San Francisco.
Driving on time low. Power coverage
I
excellent.
think it keeps
Extreme
crashing, possibly
efficient.
because the runway might be too short.
A college.
There. You can
get a
wouldn't be
longer
bad-
runway.
College wouldn't be a bad idea. Yeah.
Now New Zork is complete.
Oh, I need
New
more
Zork.
power, I think.
Even old New Zork was once New Amsterdam.
What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna
Why
bulldoze
they changed
everything
it, I
within
can't say.
five tiles of this stupid thing and hope.
Oh
that-
yeah, I
Better
need
that way.
I need more power. I'm gonna have to take out a bond.
Oh no.
Yeah, to do
Oh
that.
no!
at one
Oh
point.
no! Oh no!
Speaking of money, I seem to have run myself down to $870.
No.
Might have to turn up the game
Oof,
speed.
the interest rates are
for a while.
5% on bonds at the moment.
Where would I put a university?
Mm.
Okay, it's a $10,000
Someone wants
bond, so we can
commercial.
build a new power plant. Unfortunately, we
Some
can't
commerce.
build a nuclear plant or a microwave plant because we don't have enough money. I mean, I could take out 2 bonds and build a nuclear power plant. But I believe that...
Well, if you have disasters off, it's real safe to build nuclear.
What do water
Well, now I'm
towers
down to. I
do?
built
Okay.
a college because they were demanding it, so that's
So water-
down. Yeah.
Water is actually stored and used. It can be generated different amounts depending on the weather. But realistically, you just want to have enough pumps to always supply new water because droughts can last fucking forever.
Okay, we're going to bulldoze that ugly coal power plant
Yeah, I did that.
and replace it with
Microwaves.
a
Space energy.
shiny new... I mean, my coal power plant is all the way out in the sticks. So, I mean, it's not probably affecting pollution much.
No, pollution only goes about 4 tiles. I have
Oh.
mine at the edge of
Oh,
the map so
then-
that they spill over the edge.
Oop, what the crap?
Most of your pollution comes from roads anyway.
What? I'm clicking down. And, what the hell?
Yeah, somehow it's
We
okay
need
for
more
power
adequately
plants.
funded colleges.
You cannot place a nuclear power plant at the edge of the map. Okay.
Most multi-tile buildings can't be placed at the edge of the map because of the way rotation works. It actually changes geography,
Hmm.
You just need to
and
be
they
one
couldn't
tile off.
fit if you were able to. There are orientations where they wouldn't be able to actually rotate them.
All right, now that we have a new power plant,
54% capacity.
This guy, look at this advisor. I'm proud to report that crime is at an all-time low. Yeah, with a face like that, you would.
Yay!
and now we're gonna need to make some more water.
No, this is
Not
nice.
wage
This
theft
is
when
a
you're talking
functional
about
little
crime.
city, nice little industrial area there with.
Oh yeah, he looks
Residential.
so smug.
Yep. It's just a nice little deal, you know. It's a scrunkly little city.
Yeah, but that's nice.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see now. About how far away from commercial and industrial can a residential zone be before it's too far?
So different types of transportation use up different numbers of points for how far the sim is willing to travel, but I have not found anything about the actual numbers. 24 on roads. Let's just that's just kind of the. Just assume your road needs to be within 24. If you're connecting them by roads, just assume you want 24 tiles worth of distance at the most between the job and the house.
Let me see here. I'm trying to optimize my grid here because that's probably about the only way this city is going to make any amount of money. But I've only got
I might add
96
water.
buckazoids left in the bank here. I'm going to have to speed the game up. Goodbye, 2011. You were a fine year.
Oh, I'm almost out of cash.
Okay, so we're finishing Nope, we're not finishing middle school yet. Starting middle school. Nope. Yes. Finishing middle school. Then going on to high school. There we go.
Oh, yeah.
What year are we talking at this point? What?
Well, Zaidyer is in 2012, and that's when I started high school.
Oh, Jesus. All right. I'd been
Everything changed in the
2012.
year
I had been out of
2020.
high school for 10 years.
I'm in 2029.
Boy, remember all
in
that
the future.
Remember all that hubbub back in 2012 about the Mayan calendar and the Large Hadron Collider and
Oh yeah.
Oh my god, yeah. I was in school and we got locked outside of our classroom that day for an hour.
still not sure we ended up in the right timeline after that year was over.
Oh, I'm not convinced that the Large Hadron Collider. So my personal theory on the Mandela effect, all the stuff we think, is that it's all real, and that the Large Hadron Collider did it. Like it is literally a different universe, and we're all experiencing it at the same time.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. It has always been Berenstain.
I think it probably has, but I'd have to find one of the books from when I was a kid. No, I'd have to actually find one of the books.
Now, another crash?
I'm almost at it.
It's fucking airport, man. It's my third crash.
What is this one little section here that's not got...
I've always
Water.
heard it as both ways, and I don't know why.
My brain thinks Berenstain, but like I think it probably was Berenstain. I would just have to actually see an actual book from when I was a kid, like one of the ones I had and read.
Yeah.
I had one. It was a pretty old one, too. Older than me, I'm sure. And it was always with an A.
Oh, I believe you. I'd have to see it my own self. So I really need industry. Now, I guess I'm going to have to... I still don't know any good way to get money, so I'm going to have to just take a loan, but I'll never be able to pay it off. I'm making 148 now, at least.
Meanwhile, New Zork is on course for the year 2016, and the less said about that, the better.
Oh, we're on 2016 now?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I'm graduated. I'm graduated and out of school.
That adds a little
Guess
bit.
I'm just gonna de-zone more stuff near the airport. Jesus.
Managed to stop the clock in 2015, which means
Let's
it's
go
the
to
future.
Active Swallow.
You've got hoverboards. Pay you no mind to the other
Yay.
timeline. Always did like the weird sort of architecture these water pumps have in this particular tile set.
Oh, this is one way to do it. Just put an African swallow while you're making a profit to get up some.
It's like it's a big old bendy straw.
I'm still
That's
in
so
1920. Lava. Okay.
Yeah,
so
sure.
we need
Whatever,
a lot of
Grandpa.
commercial.
You and your 1920s.
Back
Enjoy
in
the
my
Great
day.
Depression. Now I got a little bit more spending money. I think I can put down a few more odds and ends here and there. So I've forgotten that.
Dear God, I should not be having a problem with water. Oh, this is getting on my nerves.
There's also something about the elevation your city is at that affects your water table, which is what actually defines that. But I didn't mess with it at all in mine, and I didn't read exactly how it works.
Geez, there's a water table in this game?
It's just a function of the elevation that you build at.
They thought to put that in there. That is quite a thing. About how far away can a pump be from water?
Oh, the
Because
pump's
I've
can
got
be
some
powered.
counter tiles over
Everything's
here.
powered. As long as everything's powered, the pumps can be wherever you want.
You mean I
No,
don't
like-
have to keep putting it next to the river like this?
Well, they deliver more water if they're next to the river.
Oh, no. Smog.
I'm about to build one of them soon.
There's a hostile cloud passing over the street.
Whoa, tornado.
Pollution.
I know disasters got turned off and a tornado.
I'm gonna save now that you're saying that. I have to replace my
Yeah, we're gonna see. Yeah.
Fortunately, that
SC2.
tornado fortunately it's going in an area where I have no stuff,
Yeah, I got a flood like that earlier.
but it sure keeps.
Oh,
Phew,
Yeah, I just have to watch it forever.
phew! I dodged that bullet.
Oh no, the pollution cloud is right
Oh my
over
gosh,
the
it did
residential
not hit
zone.
anything. Oh. Got close to the road there at one point, but we're good.
I don't know what I'm gonna do about this. How do you solve pollution?
There's a clean air ordinance. It can actually be kind of useful for it.
Sorry.
I bet you it's this coal power plant that's the source of the issue, according to the map.
Oh, my demand is cratering.
No.
What happened?
I don't need the paper. Ah, quit giving me the paper. I'm trying to turn the speed down. All right, let's.
I'm
stop
running
with it.
out.
I got no demand. I got no demand for industrial, or I got big demand for industrial. All right, so that's what I need to do now.
Okay, mine just exploded.
Circuit water.
Yeah.
I
Unfortunately,
don't understand why I keep having to build more pumps. Wait,
Because
They-
pumps, you need.
but I haven't really.
50,000.
Yeah, but I haven't increased
I
anything.
can afford a
That's-
fusion, but it's not actually worth it. I don't use enough power yet. New microwave it is. Fuck it, macrowave power.
Oh, my damn money. Macrowave.
Yeah. Oh, we're gonna need residential after this builds out.
Oh, come on. These newspapers. There
Oh,
aren't
this
enough
city is
hospitals around.
collapsing.
We just can't treat citizens this way. The nurse, trembling with ecstasy, added, "Our members are working double shifts just to keep up with the tweaked thumb patients, let alone the poor trophy makers with earwax buildups."
I just
The
assume this
survey
entire
of
city block
1,100
with water
vagabonds
pumps eventually.
indicated general support, although a quorum objected to the decision.
You know, I think the
Yeah, now we got some residential demand again, which is good because no one wants to drive over here to work.
Oh,
Oh,
here's
shit.
a good one.
I
Yay.
think I've killed this city.
What happened?
Oh no.
83%.
Mohammed Yojimbo is quoted as saying,
Oh,
"I
God.
live out by the jetpack factory. It's noisy there, day and night. I just can't get to sleep anymore." Will Harris says, "My dad says it's our smog that makes the sunset so beautiful. All those shades of red and orange are sort of pleasant, but I guess it's not so fair to breathe in."
Which is a power plant.
Yeah, okay, I seem to have a major pollution problem on my hands.
Yeah.
Oh, I accidentally clicked air crash, and luckily he crashed in the river.
Still projected to make money hand over fist, though. This is kind of the interesting, well, an interesting facet of the game. Once you
All right,
build the
let's-
hill, watch the ants.
All right, that took the bond. That gets me another power plant. which
Oh
I
yeah,
need.
the coal power plant. That's
Want another fucking school? Okay.
going
Jesus.
out of service.
Yay, money.
Well, my current
There's your
one's.
goddamn
I mean, it's
school.
it's there. It's just it's at capacity. I mean, I don't think it's got any issue with it. 83%, 20 years out of 50, 28 years out of 50. So,
You
All
know,
right.
it may behoove
so
me
where's our
to
demand?
possibly run a subway. I wonder if I can even afford a subway system right now.
So the annoying thing about subways is the Sims will only walk 3 tiles away from each terminal. They won't like walk along the roads any distance greater than that.
Sheesh.
It actually makes them really
Oh,
hard to
that's
like
lame.
deploy. I mean, do you want to walk more than 3 tiles in the morning? I don't.
Yeah.
My commute is rolling this chair to the other side of my room, and that's already too far.
How do I read this? So how much do I owe on the bond?
Yeah, I've bankrupted our poor city
Oh no.
because
Antopia.
people are moving out.
Oh no.
Like my population's crashed.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
Oh dear.
Why?
I don't know.
When asked for his opinion on why the city is on the brink of collapse, Mayor Kefka Floyd was quoted as saying, I
I
Don't
mean,
know.
I have a lot of unemployment, but
Unemployment's bad.
it is bad. But like, I have zones. There's like no demand for anything. I guess maybe, but if I cut taxes,
You just get into a budget spiral.
yeah, which I'm already in. Maybe that's just the fate of this city. Maybe that's the fate of Danville. I could always load that
Maybe
save.
try. I would suggest maybe try putting in a couple of more commercial zones, but
How do you know how much you owe on the bond?
The UI is really awkward. It's 10,000 per bond you have out.
I
Yeah,
would.
but I have no idea how much I actually still owe left.
You
on
don't.
it.
You only pay interest. You are not paying off the bond at all. The only way to pay off the bond is to pay it all off.
Oh,
The
Is
whole
to give the bank another $10,000.
Oh,
The money you give on the bond every month is just paying off the interest.
Okay, so I got to figure out a way to get back in the positive then, because I'm at
Oh.
negative 190 because of the bond.
Yep, this
Yeah, that
block
means
is
I can't
just going to be
expand.
water pumps eventually. Guess I should completely surround this body of water.
We're in the middle of July of 2016, and there is $70 in the city bank.
There, water. I legitimately think it's more effective to build these water tiles between the pumps and build more pumps.
In other news, New Zork flourishing. New Zork has
Yay.
matured from a buzzing metropolis to a bustling municipality with a population of over 10,000. The town has more than earned a city hall, which will be donated by commerce and industry officials in New Zork.
Wow, why are my taxes so low?
Mine are up at
323.
like 12%, trying to figure out a way to break even. I don't know how to make any more money.
Mine are at 323, but I am making money, so
Yeah, I don't. I'm at a loss.
it's a good thing I saved before buying that bond.
yeah, you just have to pass. You just pay off the bond as soon as you can. There's no value to having a bond.
I mean,
Well, I
Aside
had
from
to
the
build.
money you get.
I had to build a power plant because I was out of power.
Yeah, like if you need the money, you need the money. But like again, you're not paying off the bond. You're just paying the interest. Hospitals.
residents
I wonder if I can like
demand
jack
a
up property
zoo.
taxes just for a few years until I can get up the cash flow to pay it off.
Commercial demand is way down, but I can probably build some more residential. Some nice waterfront.
Nope, 12% is as high as I can go.
Ordinances can effectively add another percentage. The income tax.
I can't
and
see
the-
anything. I've got the only ones that add stuff. Everything
Okay, yeah,
else
those are
subtracts.
effectively a 1% tax increase.
Right. Yeah, I've got all the ones that actually add.
Yeah, that effectively gets you to a 13% tax.
Yeah, but see, 12% is still not enough to go up. So
Well, I'm still making money in this city, but it's a little slow. Went from $70 in the treasury to $429 by the end of 2016.
Zzz.
New industrial park.
There's not much I can build with this.
yeah, I don't know what I could do different to get. I mean, I'm just gonna end up losing money to the bond at this point if I let it keep going. Let's turn it back on African Swallow for a little bit. See.
Another marina. What?
I was just checking a building. It told me it was one building when it looked like another, and suddenly it changed over.
Surprise.
Population burgeoning. Oh, they want to build a military base. Sure, why not, buddy? You do you. Mostly because you'll help me put out the stupid fires that always pop up.
Well, true to form, New West Shanbar is a bustling part of town, while East Shanbar is still in ruins.
Commercial demand here? Not really.
City Hall. You know, I'm not quite sure where I would want to build City Hall.
Alright. So everything else looks fine.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I got to build my house. Where will I build the mayor's house?
I built mine in the canonical location, of course.
It's getting slightly.
No, I'm going to build it near my citizens. I'm a man of the people, after all. I'm just going to bulldoze these houses.
Yeah, I'm just gonna bulldoze these houses.
Yeah,
that
we're gonna
these
leave it at high
citizens
taxes
that
for a
I
while.
love
See if
there.
it.
Called eminent domain. Look it up.
Exactly. Let's see. And
Yeah.
now we also have to build City Hall. I could build City Hall in this bit right here
Alright, so that's not working.
by the police station.
That wouldn't be bad.
Wow,
That's
things are
actually
looking up.
nice.
Things are looking up in New Zork for the year 2019. What could possibly go wrong?
What could possibly go wrong?
Oh yeah,
Holes,
what
you
could
need
go
more space?
wrong?
Jesus. Guess I should run a power line to this school. This is in Arizona.
Oop, I screwed that up.
Yep, my budget
Hospitals.
is. I'm getting a much better budget now, so that's good.
Oh, my budget's screwed. I'm gonna end up reloading my last save
Oh.
because I've destroyed the city.
How's my electricity budget doing? Oh, I'm
come
out of
on, guys.
electricity.
Yep.
Oh no.
Well, luckily I have just enough money to build a new power plant. Unfortunately, all I can afford is another coal plant. But given that I can build it all the way on the edge of the map,
Coal's really efficient.
That reminds me, I ought to gin
All
up
right,
a few
I went
more
back to a better.
hydroelectrics.
I went back to a better state before everything went crazy.
it's always a good idea to save before doing something wacky like bonds.
Yep.
Well, let's just fuck it. Let's just make this seaport area a little bit bigger and see if we can build a seaport for real.
You know, it just occurred to me that even though we can save as much as we want, whenever we want, and with as many different file names as we want, I never did that.
Oh yeah.
Oh no, that doesn't sound
I
good.
only just play this game as one city, one file.
Okay, let's see here. Where am I? Can I get industrial demand over here like that? That was a waste of money.
Don't even have enough to build a hydroelectric right now. Spend it all on the water. Well, at least we have wonderful scenic waterfalls
Whoa,
right
what
over
happened?
here on the edge of
Oh,
town that
tornado.
come from nowhere and go nowhere else.
Thankfully, it went completely away from. Go away. All right, let's figure out what's going on here.
You know, I do love the clever use of pallet cycling in this game. Did you know that the cars that drive on along the road here are just pallet cycling? It's not a real animation.
That's nice.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's,
Yeah, you
that's
can-
cool to learn.
Yeah, you can find out quite a lot of things if you dig into the SKIRK program. Urban Renewal Kit,
Yeah.
that is.
Skirk. I'm just gonna let it pass years until I can get enough to build another power plant and let it go. Not caring. about
Partially,
demand
coal
or
power plants are
anything.
only like 4,000, so they're not.
Yeah, but I only got like 1592.
Yeah, but it shouldn't take you too long to.
Well, here we are in the year of...
Newspapers.
Here we are in January of 2020 here in New Zork. Yep. Feeling fine.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm just gonna have to let it run until it gets up enough money. I'm getting like 247 a year.
And I'm gonna have to crank up the speed myself here.
Mm. 32 years because it's at 75%.
March of 2020.
Yeah, let's just let it go. Let's just let it go.
Hey everybody, you remember when time stopped meaning anything and you don't know when it is and you don't know when it's going to be and it feels like it's just going to be that way forever?
I don't know that ever ended.
We feel that way sometimes over here in New Zork. And before you know it, another 2 or 3 years are gone. But at least the economy is doing well. Yeah. Oh boy. Oh.
Okay, we get it.
That's a cracking girl face though.
I am.
Water's still good. $819. How much do I got left in this power plant? It's almost at its it's almost at the end of life.
Power plants last for
Crap.
50 years.
Yep.
Yeah, and I'm almost at the 50-year mark with it.
Mhm.
Which the problem is I have to replace it. It means I can't grow.
Okay.
So I'm like a functional city, but I'm stuck in a standstill.
Well, things are kind of puttering along here over in New Zork. It's only June of 2024, and not much money to work with, but we're getting there. We're getting there. Got some demand for residential. That's good.
Mm. 1943. Ooh, a lot going on in the world. $45 years. All right, let's just get as much money as we can with it while we still got it. Now I'm about to bulldoze it and build another one. You know the speed of the unladen African swallow.
That was not what I wanted to do. Oops. I built water instead of power lines.
So you got to bulldoze the plant when it runs at the 50 years?
No,
No,
it just
it
goes
explodes.
kaboom.
Oh.
Bulldozes itself. Yep. No intervention required. Speaking of,
Well, I've almost
plant,
got enough. It hasn't exploded yet, and I've almost got enough for another one. There it went. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Pause. Out of power for a short amount of time, and that almost proved devastating. I had just I was on African Swallow, so when it died, I had a tiny little window where there was no power, and that hurt.
Yeah.
You got to
Yeah.
be careful of that
Aye.
African swallow.
Yeah, that cost me a lot. I don't know that I want to save on that one because I can recreate that pretty quick.
Oh, why'd my city only get smaller? Police. Okay.
Okay, now we're doing better.
Oh boy.
Like fire in schools too. Fire department. High school.
Almost got enough.
Hospital.
Okay, speed, pause. Well, I could build a nuclear if I had 15,000.
Wow, we're out of water again.
All right, yeah, let's check water. How am I doing on water? Still golden on water. All right. So now I just need to let it go for a few years. How much time's left on this plant? 15. Ah, we're good. Let it go for a few years so I can
102.
build up some scratch and expand. Since power's not an issue anymore.
Another stadium. Okay.
Y'all are all
They
better
want
at this than I
everything.
am.
Fucking want everything.
I need to get up to
Kinda
about
weird how
1,000
these
or
signs
so.
tend to overlap each other at different zoom levels.
I think police stations don't have range in this game, right? Not like in.
They reduce crime a little bit in the immediate area, but for disasters they don't. But like
'cause there's
industry
a,
isn't particularly like. Do you want the
Okay.
police near where the crime will be higher with the industry, or where the effect will be stronger with the residential?
No,
That's
it's
kind of
not.
the question.
What I was thinking was like old SimCity, where.
Oh, yeah.
It might behoove me to have a few more amenities over in this direction. Things just get built up over here. Taking my sweet fat time, or rather my sweet thin time, given the budget I have. Not much to build with.
Okay. That's about 550. That's a good base to start doing some stuff with.
Well, we just cracked June of 2025 over in New Zork. We're in the future. And I gotta say,
Yay!
it's quite a future indeed. It looks to be. I can't see a thing.
Damn it, water again.
I gotta figure out. I gotta. Maybe if I make like an office park in this part of town or something.
Got residential place that's dilapidating, so there's no jobs.
Yeah.
I need more commerce. People need jobs. We got plenty of people. We're gonna put that. There's a fucking military base.
What the hell?
If I want to be mathematically precise,
You're a
There
good
we
place to
go.
have. Yeah, let's build a
this would be an
little
excellent place to build.
commerce park right here.
Alright, let that industrial fill up.
Right next to the state.
Okay.
Hey, my population went down. I'm down to 9,570 over here. Wonder how that happened. Especially with demand shooting up through the roof. This game, boy, I tell ya, it is a land of contrasts.
Water everywhere. Should check my sewage levels.
So many things I'd like to build, but I just don't quite have the budget going on here.
Yeah, I need to expand some industry.
Yeah. There we go, closing out the year 2025 over here in New Zork, and for some reason I'm filled with a sense that I just don't care about a lot of things anymore. Weird. Weird where that came from.
I'm running out of room. Alright. Should be able to do some light residential here. Oop, I made that road too big. Okay, that's fine. We can do this. It's a little bit less. It's less than ideal, but it'll work.
If I can expand this industrial park I built with our town. Not in that direction.
I mean, this is a pretty fun-looking city I got going on here, at least.
Alright, that's a little bit of room to work with. Yeah, this is like expand just a tiny bit at a time.
Yep, that's the way to do it.
Larry Zonka here is telling me to cut back on social services until our funds increase. Watch out for Turbo. Laser will give you a wallet.
Okay, water's still good.
See if we got a high-tech industrial park. You guys don't have jobs, so we can do something.
Some industry demand.
There's still no residential demand. Okay, let's make a waterfront commercial zone.
Yeah, I don't need.
Wonder if there's a way
My
to reclaim
commercials
this
just.
land time.
I have none. It's all industry and residential at the moment.
I'm gonna save before I do this because there's this one little itty bitty tile right on the edge of the river here, and I want it.
Yeah, I'm glad you said that. That's a good time for a save.
I'm going to save now, as a matter of fact.
Yep, Control S.
Yes, everyone, please save while you have time.
Yeah,
Before things go sideways.
Oh, it's close to 9 o'clock anyway. I'm gonna need to quit.
Yeah,
here in a few.
that's true. We are getting
Yeah.
close to.
I was kind of getting into it. I was like, I completely lost track of time.
What the hell is going on up here? No jobs
Well,
up here?
I guess I got what I wanted, although I do need to rebuild this power line.
Oh no.
That
Okay, so I need
appears
jobs
to
over
work.
here. We have the money.
That worked.
Oh, I got to build more
Oh
water.
boy. This game. Oh. This mouse. Tell you one thing about emulating an old Windows 95 machine, the mouse support is, well, I don't remember
Terrible?
if it was always like this, but it sure is jank.
Yeah.
It probably felt at the time perfectly fine, perfectly normal. Now that we have better mouses and stuff, it probably is going to feel jank now.
Yeah, I didn't have one button mouse at the time I would have been playing this in CD-ROM, but I guess it was still built around that. Like this brings back a lot of memories, but this was a long time ago. What we want to do? We want to just take a quick glance at the cities real quick and probably call it. It's been 2 hours.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Boy, where does the time go? You lose so much time playing such a good, feel-good game, don't you think?
It is such a fun game. I mean, like I said,
Yes.
it's just a nice little industrial city with a little bit of commercial here and there.
I'm out of water again. Give me
Actually,
a second to fix my
I'm
water
up to
problem.
20. I'm up to 20. Oh, great. My power is going down. I'm up to 22,000 Sims.
Where do you see the population? I still haven't found that.
I'm using my graph. So
I-
in the graph, I have city size.
All right.
Yes, there it is.
Let us
I don't see that.
grab that.
The other way to see it is by checking on your neighbors.
Oh, 5210. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I
Oh, we had
got
a chemical
Stapleton,
spill right as I was
Eubanks,
getting
Villa,
ready to
and
quit.
Lister. Yeah, Bob's Grove has 5,210 people.
Hold on, I gotta wait for this chemical spill to resolve.
Oh, earthquake! It turned off my
No!
freaking disasters again.
Uh,
Fortunately, I think the earthquake happened in an unpopulated part of town.
Which is
I just
good.
turned on no disasters just to get out of this. Just to
I
get to
did
the
have no
other
disasters on. I think
cities.
it turned itself off. But,
the only one I had happen was a tornado hit, and then it didn't go anywhere near me.
Citizens demand more police. I suppose I should build more police.
Hospital is demanded over here. Let
All
me
right,
see.
yeah, let's go ahead and hit save real quick because I'm done for the night.
And then
Let's build
zoom
a
out and
police
get a-
over in this side of the city.
Get a good look at Destil City. Am I gonna name this thing? I don't know.
Yeah,
we'll do
I
a pan
was.
out. And let's do a pan out, like zoom out, and let's see what everybody looks like.
Bring up the stream.
God, look at Destil.
I-
Clearly, we know
I-
who's the
yeah,
best one at this
yeah,
game, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every time I looked at that Destil screen, I was like, oh, he's already at it. Like,
I can't even figure out how to make money, so like I'm barely affording the power plants.
I mean, it is the year 2136.
I mean,
for
my
what it's
budget's doing
worth.
pretty good right now.
How would the year make that big a difference, though?
I just ran in at African Swallow a whole bunch for money.
Mhm.
That African swallow is handy for that.
Well, yeah, but I'm only making
Yeah.
like $230 a year, so
Okay.
it takes a long time, and that's barely enough to keep up with the power plants.
And my budget is current. Hold on, where's my budget? My budget is currently on a 4% tax rate, making $900 a year.
Oh,
Yeah, so like so we're looking here in Danville. So like I'm built up along this river. So I've got like my main downtown I think is this part that's like here on the waterfront. Like this is where I started.
Yeah.
And then we built out from the industry is opposite that. And I
Yep.
wound up building like this neighborhood over here that's not looking very happy. They need jobs over there. That's a problem. But
So I kind of. My bad.
I built like on the opposite side of the river. I built like another like west side with like a little more jobs, a little more places to live, some more industry, and like there's
that's nice.
yeah. So like I've built like stuff. I tried not to be like super gritty, I guess, even though as you can see I do have plenty of grid.
So
I
I
go
started
completely greedy.
with this area over on the Eubanks connection, just like this horizontal slice was my initial city, and I just built out from there, alternating jobs and residential as people demanded. This is like my high-tech industrial park. I'm trying to work up the property value here, so I get a lot of like semiconductor construction and whatnot, because that doesn't pollute as much. And then obviously it's SimCity 2000. This is my massive water pumps.
Yeah.
What happened here?
Well, I am very pleased at everyone's cities. These are magnificent.
Well, I'm glad that the
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking there. Buttface is micromanage. He's talking about processors. I'm like, I know understand game.
Play some more, you'll understand.
I mean, I would
I
I
said
would
I
read
always
that
use the
guide I
Priscilla
linked.
cheat. Yeah, I always used the
Honestly.
Priscilla cheat and had infinite money and just built whatever city I wanted to build.
This might be the first city that I can remember where I have never had to cheat.
Yeah, I didn't cheat on this either.
Yay!
don't have to
No,
shoot 'em.
I was operating at a surplus. I'd figured out how to do
Oh,
it.
I'm so
I did. The
sorry,
worst thing that
guys.
happened to me was there was a flood right here when I started, and it blew out one of my power plants, and I had to have 2 bonds for a while. That was real bad.
Oh,
Oh well, I'm down to 4%. That microwave plant is 96% of it is being used by the city. I have to rebuild as a fusion
Nice.
plant next time.
boy. Look how luxurious this hospital is in this tile set. Giant
wow.
glass helicopter pad. I'm sure that's not going to cause any issues.
Oh yeah, that's definitely nothing is gonna just touch and then shatter.
But yeah, you can get the city in a pretty stable place where even if you have a lot of high demand, you just let it roll and you'll start making some money.
I gotta do some
Mhm.
urban renewal here in the center. There's way too many places that people don't have jobs in this residential stuff. Look at that.
These industries are starting to get abandoned. Hopefully they get replaced with something more useful.
Let's see. Maybe you should try putting a bit more residential near them. That might be the cause.
Well, I'm building up like over here. I'm building up a new residential like neighborhood along here. I've
Yeah,
just built a
but
new school
where-
there to make it a little more attractive.
Might just be too dense.
Hey, I should build a stadium. You think people like a stadium?
Yeah.
Oh, probably.
Okay, the team name. What are we kind of? I guess it's a football.
Choose the
stadium.
sport first because it will override it to the
It only-
team name for the sport afterwards.
Okay,
Yeah.
we're gonna have a baseball team.
Hey Dan, I gotta drop off here. in
No
a minute.
problem.
It's already after
Yeah.
9.
So thanks for hanging out, everybody. Thanks for building our cities. We'll have to pick this up again another time.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. This was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right. Have
Bye,
a
everyone.
Later.
good night, everybody.
See y'all.
Night.
Good night.